Hello, girls. Back for round two of this reunion. Which let me before we press play on it. Let me preface this by saying this. Hey Jay. Hey Tashika. Hey Ariel. What's going on, y'all? Let me explain to you why the reunion is so annoying to me, and it started to become such a drag last night. Huda triggers something in me, like watching the Huda thing play out. She triggers something because she has the type of personality of the type of person who has gotten away with being manipulative for so long that it is just their way of life. And I'm the type of person, I want to break that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna break that cycle. I have a hard time watching it play out in a way where she still gets to walk away without any type of accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough watch. It's a tough watch. Um, I was in here cleaning up and talking to myself, and now I can't find the words. But I had said it perfectly earlier of just the level of annoyance that I feel for this type of manipulative behavior, because it's so perfected the way that she's doing it, because she's operated clearly like this for so long that she has it down to a T. Like, she knows how to play victim so well that you actually start feeling like you have to gentle parent her. And why do grown adults have to gentle parent another grown adult who was actively making decisions that contributed to so much madness in that household? And now, because they're over it, they want everybody, she wants everybody to be where she's at, where she's just over it, and oh, it was no big deal, and oh, like, why is everybody acting so, that type of behavior, that type of coyness, that type of like, yeah, like, y'all are, yeah, I'm cool, like, no, like, I'm here for good vibes. Girl, you don't get to speed past the part of it where people want to acknowledge how you made them feel and how you contributed to, again, the madness of that house. And so, yeah, I get irritated because I wish, and I can already tell how this is gonna go. Like, it's not gonna, I mean, I want to get to it, and I could just tell that they're not gonna take it all the way there. And there's a lot of nuance with that. I feel for the people on the show, specifically the black people, always the black people, because I'm sure there's so much that they want to say, but they saw, even with them not saying nothing, how they were treated by the internet and how they were bullied by the internet. So I'm sure for them it's like, yeah, we do want to check her, but also we don't want to deal with that level of bullying online. But even that is like, I would be saying that, calling that, saying that exactly as I just said it. Like, I want to tell you so much about yourself, but the way your fans and the way you've allowed people who are supporting you to treat us, it's scary. And maybe they do get into all that, we'll see. But yeah, girl, it's a tough watch. Like, I get irritated so quickly by Huda. Like, I have no patience for that at all. Like, I'm gonna be, it brings out a bad side of me, truly, like a physical side, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Like, I've had enough of you, girl. Pop. You feel me? Like, it's that type of annoyance. Um, Yes, Nubia. Very passive aggressive, super narcissist. Like, so Ash, I'm gonna tell you right now so we can get everybody on the same timestamp and we can attempt to watch this together. We got about an hour and a half in, so let me share with you where I'm at. Hold on, I'm pulling it up now. Yeah, girl. her apologies were never real apologies either. Never. And also, all of her apologies are sandwiched with her, again, making herself the victim. If you took that, I'm so sorry. I felt horrible about that. I felt horrible about that. Like, I was depressed for it too. Turns it into it being about herself. Turns it into now someone saying, oh, it's okay. Now they rubbing her back because she said she was feeling this way and that way. And then I hate the overperformance, like, because she's cool with like 2 or 3 people in the house still, like Amaya, and there's some people who are being cordial with her. She's like, they're besties. Like, girl, chill. Like, it's just, oh, it's the type of personality that I would purposely embarrass. Like, I'm gonna call out everything that you're doing, and I would take a lot of pleasure in that, because everything that she's doing is so fake. And it sucks that now she's played it so crazy where if you say something about her, you are being labeled as a hater of hers. And it's like, no, this is just pure calling out madness. That's what this is. This ain't got hating on what? That's what I want folks to break down. What are we hating on? Let's highlight your anti-blackness right now. What are we hating on? Don't get stupid. Amaya's silence to me epitomizes the fact that she should not have won, which is why I was telling everybody to vote for fucking Nick and Alandria. Okay, here we are. I am at timestamp 108:38. 108:38. Huda has a sour puss on. 108:38. I'm gonna wait for people to get in here and then we're going to press play. Yeah, I think the thing about Amaya that we got wrong, including myself, I thought that Amaya was gonna come out of the house and be on every cereal box. I thought that every brand was going to be on her tailbone because that's what they were doing while she was still in the house. I don't know what's happened, but I have not seen Amaya in not a Nan ad. I've seen Nick and Alandria in multiple ads. I just saw Iris in a Victoria's Secret ad. Those have been the only ads that I've seen. I haven't seen anybody else do anything. Huda obviously did the Call Her Daddy podcast. Shelly and Alandria were on the Kiki Palmer podcast. Alandria did the podcast with Miley Cyrus Mama. So, like, what happened once they got outside the house was not what I thought was going to happen. And yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Amaya. I have no idea. So hold on. Amaya fake presented like she was a sweethearted neutral party, but nope. And Huda has completely ruined Amaya's brand. Perhaps those colorist old posts she made, unless those were fake. But I don't see why her colorist post would deny her the same type of celebrity that it's given Huda. You feel what I'm saying? Nick and Alandria are getting to the money. They have so many brand deals. It's true. Amaya did Call Her Daddy too, but yeah, Def didn't take off. It didn't, and I think, yeah, I have thoughts. But shall we get started? I'm at 108:38. We're watching Love Island Reunion. It's on Peacock. Y'all confirm that you're there so then I can press play. Now, I think Amaya and Huda are the same person in different fonts. I saw that post today where someone said that, and I don't necessarily agree that they're the same person in different fonts. However, I do think that these are two women who have operated in an unhealthy and immature way, and they've gotten away with it, and so they just still operate in that way. Amaya's behavior came out a few times where we were like, slow down, Savannah. But she was able to win people over by her, la 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 land, tripping over my own foot, talking with a thick tongue type behavior. She was our form of escapism on the show because it was getting so heavy with all the Huda and Jeremiah, Huda and Shelly, Huda and Chris, Sierra nonsense. Like, she was our sense of comedy relief. And so I think that's why she became such a fan favorite. But yeah. Okay, the girls are ready. All right, pop. We are at 108.38. I'm pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And in a surprise move, the girls sent her packing.
We actually have unseen footage of that deliberation that we can show you right now.
This is obviously a very, very hard decision for all of us because we have like a special bond with each individual girl up there. But I truly feel like this should be fair and we should go like the strongest couple to like the weakest, and all we have to go off of is just like recent things that's happened and recent conversations. I think that's only fair.
Okay, can show one by one.
Pepe and Hannah.
They're so
amazing.
good. They're really good. They're really solid, and he's really happy, and she's really happy. And I would hate to fuck that up. Me too. And then Anyoka, I don't know how I feel about going based off of the connections, simply because if we're using Hannah and Pepe for an example, I just thinking about their connection, I think about her and Charlie's connection, how it happened instantly, and then how her and Pepe's happened instantly. And when it was you and Jeremiah, I'm like, you know what? I can't be the one to say that love at first sight is not a real thing. But then it's like, look where you guys ended up. And we keep talking about exploring, and not for nothing, I haven't seen that. So that's why this whole like strong connection thing, like I'm scared to go based off of just that, because I feel like being in here was about exploring your connections and finding your person, and actually looking, you know, within other people, not just automatically you make a connection with this person, now I'm stuck like glue. I think I really feel it's more about
Not Shelly was the reason.
actual
Yay!
intentions of being here, which was to find your person.
so let's table that. Iris, I feel like A, she's had the least amount of time in here, which is unfortunate. B, she hasn't gotten the chance to explore a connection that isn't within her decision. C, and you know what, I want to
I agree, Alexandra.
Even when it wasn't her decision, she still then tried to explore it.
and you said, you know what, I've been dealt this deck, I'm gonna go through it and try my hardest.
She's definitely going about it the right way.
Yeah, I don't want to do it to anyone.
And then Iris is,
No, they do.
If I was Sierra, I'd be like, don't show my stuff.
Amaya, I really feel like
She's
I don't want her to go. I feel like she gives her all in all her connections that she's made so far. She's driven and she herself so bad about this situation.
So it's either Hannah or Iris.
I really feel like Iris has truly been putting her best foot forward. She's been dealt with some fucking shitty ass cards, y'all.
I would feel awful sending Iris home. But then I would feel awful sending
Shut
Hannah
up.
home. Hannah's such a fucking light in this place.
That's what I'm saying. This is slightly.
She has such a big personality. I love that girl. I love her too.
She's so
This is dragging. This is what I can't deal with. Like, we don't care about this.
I feel so bad, man.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hannah.
Fuck.
Hannah, what does it feel like to see that?
I just need a second.
Oh, please.
Okay, babe.
Y'all gotta leave the Botox alone. The girl's face is not even moving.
It hurts. But I understand. It feels better to know now. I guess the explanation, because I think that's what I struggled with a lot, is I just felt like there was so many unanswered questions, and I just was wondering what I did wrong, or if there was something I could have done or said that would have changed things. But I'm grateful for my experience, and I just was not gonna find love in the villa, and that's okay.
I'm wondering if any of the ladies regret dumping Hannah, or does your reasoning still stand?
Sending someone home is never a good feeling, and even sitting here seeing you emotional now is not a good feeling either. In that moment, I was like, maybe we could do things a little bit differently. There's other people here who haven't gotten a chance to find a connection. Like, in a little part of it, we were thinking like, oh my gosh, she gets to see Charlie again, which at the end of the day, we still didn't even feel good about. Immediately after, we were very emotional and sending Hannah home. It felt almost like a betrayal, to be honest.
Iris, that made you really emotional.
Yeah, I really feel for Hannah. You know, she did have a strong connection. Sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe I should have went home because I didn't have a connection. But it's a hard thing to like live with.
Sending anybody home fucking sucks. It really does. Like, it's not an easy decision at all.
Shut
When I
up.
tell you, we sit there for a fat minute thinking they're like, come on, tell us your answer. We're just like, we don't fucking know. And Hannah's such a sweet little ball of energy, and she's flourishing right now. And I'm so proud of her. She made the freaking best of this shit. I'm proud of her.
Hannah, how do you feel hearing all that?
Huda
from the
is
girls?
such a, like, y'all know,
I
pause
think
it.
that
I'm sorry. Like,
the
I'm on 114.29, but I'm telling you, she irks me because everything is it's like, it's a game. It's a something. Like, I don't know what the right word is, but everything is a move. Everything is a chess move. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is. I can peep all this shit. It's really so irritating. And she is really working overtime to try and get people on her good side right now, because I know she could feel that they are on their way to where the show is going to be about her and the madness that she created in this house. And so her doing all this nice shit, all being all doing all it, this is so then people can be like, oh, poor thing, oh, good. Oh, and she's had such good energy. She's just been cool this whole thing. Like, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, acting so just like about everything. Like, we she sure is. Thought I smelled something burning. Hold on, let me check. No. Okay. But I do want to put some. Let me turn this stove on. I'm gonna make myself some pizza. But yeah, girl, I can't with it. I really can't. She ain't fooling me, child. I'm telling you that right now. If I was in there, you just hear I'd be disrupting the whole thing, cutting people off. Like, hey, enough out of you, cause you was calling Hannah a bitch in the corner. Remember that moment when she was talking about Hannah? Mind you, Hannah was the one that had her back and followed her into the back room because she was bursting out into tears because Jeremiah pulled out Iris's chair. Remember that? And then she turned around and called Hannah all types of bitches and hoes. I'd be like, hey, you so proud of her. You be quiet. I'm at 114.29. And what's with Ace's glasses? He needs the non-reflective lenses. Like, he should have called me. I would have told him that. Everybody knows if you're going to be in front of a camera, you need non-reflective lenses. Always ask for the non-reflective lenses. It's true. I hate how they coddled her in the house. Yo, they coddled her so crazy that's why it is so bogus and like mind-blowing that people are really calling these people bullies. They bullied her. They walked on eggshells the entire summer because of her. And they still are. Even outside the house, they are walking on eggshells. Like, that part, naturally. Exactly. Well, we're at 114.29. I I think the I'm learning thing gets old. You can be learning, but not out loud anymore. And the thing about saying I'm learning doesn't excuse your behavior. The only thing that you could do at this point is own up to it, apologize, and change your behavior. That's what you're supposed to do. But with every apology, if every I'm sorry is going to be followed up with an excuse or some kind of victim statement, it completely, it makes the I'm sorry like it never happened, you know? Every I'm sorry she gives is always, I'm sorry if you took it that way. I'm sorry if you felt that way. I hate apologies like that, by the way. If you ever find yourself having to apologize to me, don't throw me no apology of I'm sorry if you felt that way. If, yes, I feel this way. Apologize for your behavior. Don't apologize for my feelings. Apologize for what you've done. When you apologize, state the action that's causing you to apologize in this moment. Don't bother with apologizing for my feelings. Oh. I'm upset that Alandria and Shelly were saying that they were cool with Huda in the villa. They knew they didn't like that girl back then and now. You know, Ruth, some of us can smell it, you know what I'm saying? I could tell that Shelly never liked Huda. I could tell that Shelly just tolerated Huda. She was playing nice. I'm not going to hold that against her because she, in an effort, I'm sure, to protect herself from all of this bullying that she's dealing with online and seeing how it's played out, she did the right thing. Because even, imagine if she really was being honest about how she felt about Huda. It'd be 10 times worse. Hold on, y'all, because my thing just messed up. Wait a minute. Okay, so Paris, that's real. It's true. What's the phrase? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Oh. It's true. Huda was saying, I love you, and Shelly was like, yes, I'm out. That was killing me. That was killing me. LOL. Cause stop saying that. Huda loves it. I love you. I love you. No, you don't. And stop. Because I don't even like you. So knock it off. Like that scene, you could really tell Shelly didn't like Huda. Because Huda was like, I have to tell you something. Shelly turned around like, okay, what do you have to tell me? Like, I'm sorry, your friend tell you they gotta tell you something, you normally gonna be like, what? She was like, okay, what do you have to tell me? Like, I do not like you, girl. Spit it out. Like, spit it out. And I know her and Ace was talking about that girl too, like, she's getting on our damn nerves. And also, she is walking around doing a black scent, acting cool, too cool for school, like acting like she gets it, but really like she's the type of person that you know is a lame. You know what I'm saying? She is a lame who's got a very false boost of confidence that's rooted in the way that she's treated by men. Not because she's actually doing something or about something, but because she gets attention from niggas. Who gives a fuck, bitch? You and everybody the fuck else. But her whole thing, okay, her confidence, the foundation of that is because of the type of attention she gets from niggas. We don't give a hell. We just don't. So here we go. I'm at 1:14:30. 1:14:30. I'm pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2.
General consensus from what I've seen since I've been out of the villa is everyone wants me to be so angry at them. And they're saying, like, they're not your friends, like, they would have sent you home, but regardless of who would have gone home, somebody was going to be hurt, and it doesn't mean that those friendships weren't important. And I don't, like, I would shut that down every time because you guys are important to me, and you guys treated me so well, and, like, this wouldn't have happened, Alaya and Brian wouldn't have happened. Like, I'm so grateful that these beautiful connections were able to come, even if it was off of, like, a heartbreak for me. But, you know, everything happens happens for a reason, and I'm just grateful that I got to meet everyone and that I get to cherish these friendships forever.
What a great attitude.
Sweetie pie.
Absolutely. We are going to leave it there. We will be right back.
Let me put my damn pizza in the oven. We got 60 seconds. Yeah, I know. Hannah, just go ahead and go. You and your tissue. Just go. Like, we didn't need to dedicate a full 15 to 20 minutes to Hannah's story. What the hell? Y'all did all that and didn't show us Hannah in the bed crying on that pillow with Pepe's picture. Like, how did we not get that at the reunion? Hello? Can we talk about that? And only for her the next day to be licking her hand to let Pepe put it in from the back. Like, come on now. Y'all missed out on some real live reunion plot lines. It's back on.
Okay, listen, if you guys ever, like, let's say hypothetically, this is...
It's true, Pete.
Not for years, not for years. Would you name baby Shalay? Middle name Shalay?
I like it.
I kind of like it.
Shalay.
Isn't that fun? It sounds like shoelace.
You have anything to say?
How about you?
No, about y'all's relationship.
I think JD's just jealous that he doesn't have a relationship with either of us would be able with each other.
We're back.
JD is funny looking. JD looks like...
Welcome back to the Love Island USA Season 7 reunion on Peacock. I'm Ariana Maddox here with iconic reunion host Andy Cohen.
She may have been the first one voted out, but she left a lasting impression on everybody. Give it up for Belle A. For Bella. Sorry. I mean, I do, watching, I always call you Belle A. Of course your name is Bella.
It's okay. It's confusing a little
But
bit.
how did you come up with the dash A?
My birth given name has a dash in it. It's Isabel Ann. So that's where Belle Ann comes from.
Okay.
But people just started pronouncing the dash. So
Why didn't you just come on as Isabel?
How has your life been since leaving the villa?
I was not really expecting the craziness afterwards to follow. With like the love is strong, but you know, I think that even the backlash can be a little strong as well and a bit heavy to deal with.
After watching the show, how did you feel about Nick's journey after you left?
I'm very happy with Nick and Alandria. I think they're a beautiful couple, and I'm so happy for you guys.
I love the sisterhood
Felt
that
so
you
fake.
and Huda had in the villa. Are you two still tight?
I will forever hold the biggest amount of love for Huda. You know, she was there for me when nobody else really was.
I love you.
And I'm sad to say that this is the first time I've
We
seen
haven't
her.
seen each other at all. Like,
Yeah.
we've both been so busy. But I fucking love Bella. She's great.
Because y'all aren't
Well, let's point
friends.
out another OG who had a lot going on in the villa and had quite a lot of people talking after he left. It's Jeremiah.
Jeremiah ain't got no shirt on. Pepe ain't got no shirt on. Taylor ain't got no shirt on.
Jeremiah, it's good to see you again. How are you feeling? Are you nervous at all?
I
No.
feel great.
Why do they
Well-
have all... I'm sorry, I paused it. I'm at 1:18:22. I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to pause it. Why do they have all these people on the fucking couch? They are cramped on the couch. Why? Why is Austin out there right now? Why is Austin on the bottom row? Put him up top. Like, I'm not understanding the seating. Who is in charge of the seating? This is horrible. 1:18:22. I'm so sorry. I'm pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2.
On Love Island, breakfast was the true barometer of our couple's connections, and nothing tested the temperature quite like an uncooked pancake.
I'm done.
Pancake, eggs, over easy.
This is isn't produced well. Why are we starting with this?
Do you want to make coffee? You serious?
I'm so serious. I do not.
Shit. Nah, I know you wanted coffee, but like I'm still trying to figure out how to work the machine type shit.
Yo, you're killing me. Why do you keep taking in people's trees?
Wow, first time.
I guess what's nice is it's
Yeah, I think it's not cooked all the way.
No way.
Yeah, today's not cooked all the way.
Don't eat that.
Taylor, can you help me with this? You should thank your boy Taylor. He helped me with like my breakfast today.
Okay, what's your point of saying that?
I'm just saying.
Okay, cool, for sure. What the fuck?
You may not agree with the pancake thing, whatever.
Okay,
I get
it's
it.
not even something for me to agree on because why would I think someone's making you pancakes when I already made you a pancake? And the fact we're still talking about this is kind of nuts.
It was that uncooked pancake that seemed to push your relationship over the edge. Huda, do you think you overreacted at all?
I mean, it sucks having an uncooked pancake, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, he made the effort to make a pancake. God bless him.
You said, Jeremiah, in the press that your relationship was very toxic.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you feel like that when you were in it, or did you get a greater perspective watching it back?
I fucked up the pancake 100%. It wasn't about the your pancake, but it was like the way she went about things, like asking Taylor and then like, oh, thank you, Taylor. That's her sign to get me to notice another man cooking or something. To me, that's strange. That's where I was like, okay, let me start paying real attention to how our communication is.
There's definitely things that I should have worked on, and that's those things that I'm addressing in my life now. The thing is that you learn from mistakes and you work towards being a better person.
What do the other Islanders think about the relationship between the two of them that you guys witnessed while you were in the villa together?
I'm surprised he lasted that long, man. I'm not gonna lie. Someone said what that pancake situation would have been done for me, so fair play to him. He tried, but that's crazy.
I'm never going to put the blame on one person, but like our date, for example, I'm like, okay, first we have to, survive the villa. Then we gotta, do long distance. Then we gotta, date in the same city. Then we move in together. But then watching the clip back, she goes and tells the girls he said he wants to move in with me. And that makes the girls look at me some type of way as the love bombing, where that's not at all what happened. Do you feel like I love bomb you by definition of love bombing?
To some capacity, yes, I do.
Okay. But like the definition of love bombing has to involve intent and manipulation?
People don't have to do it intentionally. You can love on unintentionally.
Okay, so if you're saying I love you twice in 3 days, and then me saying, yo, sometimes I do too much, I'm gonna be overbearing, let me know if I'm tripping, and you say, no, you're doing fine, how am I love bombing you if I'm coming to you and asking you, yo, I think I'm doing too much, am I? And you say no. And then also at the same time, I'm not doing enough. So with those three facts alone, in my eyes, I can't be love bombing you, because those all contradict what love bombing is, from my point of view.
Well, yeah, I felt all the emotions. Like when you tell me things, like I've truly felt those emotions.
They're real.
Yeah, I felt those emotions.
I didn't love bomb you. I just want to explain why.
Yeah.
To everyone else that said I was love bombing. Does that make sense to you, Ace?
When you're telling me very early on, yo, if a bombshell come in, just tell your girl, oh, I love you, and your girl not gonna leave you, and you tell me it's a joke.
Yeah, it's very clearly a joke.
Okay, but this is something a little off.
Yeah, but love bombing is to that person. I can't love bomb Huda through you.
You're coming to us about, what should I do about this girl? What should I do about this? And then you guys are having this toxic ass relationship throughout the villa.
You true.
It's affecting all of us.
I agree. I like you too much. Move too fast. With you on that.
Yeah.
But by definition, I did not love bomb her. I just liked her too much, too fast.
Sometimes I might have my own perspective, and I'm just very adamant on getting my perspective across. But it was never no ill intent between you two.
I think when you called me a scammer, that is when I was like, what the hell? How am I? I'm going through hell right now. You calling me a scammer? Like, I don't.
And that was off of the comments, what I was hearing. That's when I make the
yeah, but then putting that on America, America thinks I'm a scammer. That was villainizing me when that was not at all what I was going through. I was just trying to deal with a relationship, that turned up toxic. And I'm not a scammer. That shit really hurt.
So do you think that Jeremiah was there for the wrong reasons?
When I hear comments about getting the money, when I hear comments about followers outside the villa, I don't feel this is a genuine connection.
What did you hear? He was focused too much on what would happen after this, after the show?
It's been conversations of, when the guys are sitting around talking about, what was our following before this and what was your following and what do you think it's going to be?
I'll clear that up real quick. One,
Ace's voice
I never
is
mentioned the
shaky.
money. I remember I made a joke where like, oh, when we get out of here or when we win, I didn't go in there, let me go get 50, let me go stress for 6 weeks to get 50 racks. You know, that's not, respectfully, like, I'm not going for that 50 racks, you feel me? So it's like, it was never about the money. And to your point, it was never about, oh, I can't wait to get out of here and see what I got. So I'm not gonna go in here like rolling the dice trying to get followers. That's dumb.
I'm curious for Nick and Taylor if you think Jeremiah was love bombing. Hold up.
I just agree with whatever Ace says. So.
I don't think he's there for the wrong reasons. You know, we all came here to find love.
Andrina, I want to ask you about something Taylor
Taylor,
said on
just
the
sit
podcast.
back.
He
Tired of
said that
him.
Jeremiah was possessive of you to the point of telling the boys not to talk to you. Pepe and Nick both wanted to get to know you, but Jeremiah would tell them not to. What's your reaction to this?
I don't even think that's a question for me. I mean,
What's your reaction?
Should I tell you not to?
First up, no, that's not what you said. What I said on the podcast was Jeremiah was being possessive over Andrina. Me and Pep was in the bedroom one night, and Jeremiah said, I'm gonna talk to Andrina all day so nobody's gonna talk to her. That's what I said on the podcast.
Yeah, but like y'all can pull her whenever for a chat.
It was a joke.
You know me by that's like week 3, bro. I'm gonna talk to her all night so y'all can't. Come on, bro. Like don't try to villainize that. That's strange.
Austin, you're super
Hating
close
on
with
her.
Jeremiah. What do you make of all this?
I'm so sorry. I was just zoned out for like 5
Welcome
minutes.
Am I missing something?
If you think of something, call us.
Austin.
Yeah. No, I don't think Jeremiah was love bombing. I think like you can like someone too much and move not the correct way, like going about it just because like.
Did you hear the same things that these guys were saying
I
that
took it as a joke. Like I'm gonna talk to her all day.
You
like,
can pull people for chats whenever.
Yeah,
Like,
like
come on,
that's
bro.
kind of like I mean, I took those as a joke. I don't think
There was a challenge, and the question was, who do you think should be axed from the villa? You chose Jeremiah. Why did you choose him?
I mean, obviously, I was joking too. Like, it wasn't anything serious.
But you see how people go home, though, off of just jokes.
Ace is cracking me up because Ace is not laughing. Ace is very serious and his heart is racing and his voice is shaky. Let me get my pizza. He don't find it funny, not one bit, child. He said, you ain't gonna come in here trying to check me. Jeremiah been getting his speaking practice on because he's been streaming. He's a streamer.
See how people go home though off of just jokes.
I mean, yeah, but like you guys voted out a bunch of couples: Hannah, Pepe, Charlie, Jeremiah.
These are group
people went home either way. People are gonna go home.
Yeah, I didn't go home because you shot me with the cannon.
I'm saying though, he felt some type of way too, just because he doesn't want to stand on business and say.
I did not feel.
Joke. That's my bro.
I did not
You
feel
just wanted to hit me.
way.
Austin, from your perspective as someone in Jeremiah's inner circle, do you think that there were really 2 different guy squads in the villa?
Yeah, like I mean, there's definitely 2 squads, I guess, but I don't think there's it's not animosity driven. I just think that people are like always want to know like, oh, what do you think of this person? Do you not like this person? At the end of the day, like we all went through this experience together, so it's like we're one big family. You just have like certain family members you like more than the others.
Hello.
Oh, we did it easy.
What the hell? Austin and Ace, they got some deep,
They
really
do
deep.
have
Why do they have that?
I don't
It's so intense.
They don't like each other.
I know, Jeremiah, you felt betrayed by your eviction.
Yeah.
Nick, you mentioned that you wanted to address Jeremiah's dumping specifically. What did you want to say?
Well, that night of the dumping, it was supposed to be a group decision between, Ace Taylor and I. And I guess what was never shown was that when we were talking about it, I specifically had said, if Adrina and Jeremiah even have like a 5% chance of making it, that's who I want to keep in the villa. And I thought that Austin should be removed from the villa. I didn't vote you out to be like a scapegoat. You just said, what?
A scapegoat.
What's wrong with that?
Scapegoat reminded me of a
The
scapegoat.
meme that
Is
people
there
were
a meme?
making. Because I said it twice.
Well, on that note,
We do have unseen footage of the boys' deliberations that we can show you right now.
I think for me it's an easy decision that we should be safe. And it's about, now it's about Austin versus Jeremiah.
Now I don't feel, honestly, we should send Austin home. Because I don't feel like he's got his fair shake.
He also really hasn't had his type come in yet for him to, dive in 100% on it.
And then another point to that is when, even if the person wasn't his type, Austin's still up making breakfast for that person regardless and still trying, you know what I mean?
So now, at least, Jeremiah, I know y'all have strong opinions on that, so I'll let y'all speak.
Pretty much with Jeremiah, bro, it's just like the fact that it's just like, I feel like he's repeating the same cycle. America killed Myers to explore that. Okay, he explored it for a day. And then Katrina comes in, he's fuck her, he's treated Katrina. In here, he's not getting the full experience, bro. He's not doing the Love Island the correct way.
I think the problem I'm having is you guys might think that the same cycle is happening, but right now it's about, you have Austin who doesn't have somebody right now, and it could be a game between Jeremiah and Jeremiah is that same cycle. And then on the other hand, it's a gamble because if you send Jeremiah home, sorry, am I saying that?
No, yeah, you said that.
If you send Jeremiah home, then you could be risking, his relationship with Adrina. And I don't want to write it off just because of the history that he's had. I would like to think that he is someone who grows from this and changes things. And right now, Austin doesn't have any sort of relationship here. But I think it sounds like 2 votes for Jeremiah, so it's Jeremiah is
Jeremiah, how does it feel to see that?
I do appreciate, Nick saying, look, he's probably gonna grow from this, no offense to Austin, but Austin should go home with Duke, so that definitely makes me feel better about, Nick being cool for sure.
well,
Jeremiah ain't coming to play.
Reactions on social media that you were the ringleader of sorts in getting Jeremiah dumped. And I know you put out a diss track about it recently where you alluded to the ringleader title, but I just want to hear your perspective here.
First off, it wasn't a diss track. It's just a creative way for me to express how I'm feeling.
Do you see how
Also, y'all gotta remember Ace is 22.
I will say I was very vocal, but again, in these vocal moments, everybody had something to say. You know what I mean? It was group settings when we had that. If you think I'm just gonna have a conversation with myself throughout the whole entire thing, it's kind of silly to believe that. And I felt like other people gave their inputs on things and just wasn't highlighted.
Was Ace the ringleader, did you think, Charlie?
I'd never let another guy fucking tell me what to do.
Right, Paris.
But I don't know about ringleader, but definitely trying to figure out where everyone's heads were at. He was definitely always asking, who you want to talk to today, who do you want to talk to, but not giving out as much information in return. And when I started noticing that, I was like, okay, maybe I've got to start keeping my cards close to my chest type shit, do you know what I mean?
Charlie. He can read me a bedtime story.
Now, but during the time, the amount of time left, you're at the fire yelling about me, and then when you're all in the circle, from my personal experience in the villa, you were the ringleader, you were the main antagonist. That's what my experience was.
But Jeremiah, you're a grown-ass man. How could I ringlead a bunch of other grown men? You're saying, oh, you was at the fire pit going off about me and calling me a scammer. There's reasons why I've stated that, and I've told you that to your face. So coming out, seeing that I'm the ringleader, I'm the person who sends, I'm the only person responsible for sending a person home on Love Island.
Austin,
Was Ace the ringleader?
I mean, the ringleader is such a weird like way to put it.
Well,
like,
how would you put it then?
He put it as ringleader. You said the little ringleader, I remember.
Okay,
it's something.
I don't think I said little ringleader.
You did.
But
You did.
that's so funny. I think that's an adjective you added. But
I'm just saying you did.
I did. Okay, then I did say yeah, group ringleader.
Do any of you guys regret your decision?
Sending Jeremiah home? Yes. For sure. Being a part of that decision, yes. I can be a man and admit that. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong about certain things. I appreciate that.
Who do you think should have gone?
Austin. I definitely feel like Austin should have went home.
Well, a lot of fans felt like Jeremiah and Hannah were dumped unfairly by the other Islanders. Should we see how America voted?
Yeah.
Take a look.
Ooh, yes.
The bottom three boys were Austin, Pepe, and Jeremiah, and the bottom boy was Jeremiah.
Damn.
And as we know, the bottom three girls in the vote were Amaya, Iris, and Hannah. And we can see that the bottom girl was Hannah.
Oh, wow.
So in theory, we did what America was going to do anyway, but we still got scrutinized. We're going to get scrutinized regardless of who we voted for.
That's what I'm saying. People have their own opinion.
But those two went home regardless. Thank you for showing that.
Ace, I want to know if there is anything else that you want to address directly with the Islanders here.
I feel like Amaya, the TikTok video of you.
Wait, which TikTok video?
The TikTok
with
video.
Alex Cooper?
Yes. With Alex
I
Cooper.
spoke to you about
and
that.
I know I'm about to address that. When you're on a video talking about some, Ace, let's look at his height, and look, don't get me wrong, I laugh at shit. I laugh at the jokes. It's all fun and games. But when you're preaching, oh, I don't stand for bullying, I don't stand for that, but then you post a video like that, it gives mixed emotions. You feel what I'm saying?
No, okay, Ace, hold on. If I knew that she was going to take that video and do X, Y, and Z with whatever,
right,
I would have never tolerated that or accepted that. And I spoke to you directly that my team was trying to get that video taken down.
Just, it doesn't feel like things are genuine when people are apologizing behind closed doors and there's a different public narrative still being pushed. That doesn't
close
feel
that
right
mouth.
to me. I feel like we all developed
because he's not even talking to you.
Inside the villa, just coming out, just seeing different things.
People were acting differently outside the villa
Right.
and inside.
It hurts my feelings when the people who I was in the villa with don't have my back, and I'm being scrutinized in the public, but knowing what I went through with y'all. That's what hurts my feelings.
Okay, we have to ask because fans on social media have clocked it. I've clocked it that Jeremiah, you and Bella were staying at the same house. So, is there something going on here?
I saw a video in the same room, same carpet, same bed.
It was a bedroom,
same
to
window.
be fair, not just
We're
the house.
we're all at the same house.
You know, Jeremiah is an incredible person, but I think for me, I have been waiting my whole life to be put first by somebody, and I think it's really time for me to put myself first and choose myself. And so that's where my mind's at. It's time for Bella, and not Bella and somebody else. It's just me.
So you guys are not a thing, or is there potential?
Nice one.
Yeah, we're besties.
I was hoping for a recoupling, you know? On that note, think you've got what it takes to be on the next season of Love Island USA? The Villa's waiting. Apply now on Instagram at Love Island USA or on the Love Island app.
Okay, so this whole, I just muted it, so it's gonna go to the commercial. Amaya's, and it says 90 seconds. Let's see if it'll actually be 90 seconds. So Amaya's video with Alex Cooper. Alex Cooper is the host of Call Her Daddy, a white people's podcast, okay? And on that podcast, this is also the same podcast that Huda went on, where Huda was talking about she was bullied, okay? Which is a dog whistle, especially on that type of podcast that is super white, with a whole bunch of white girls listening to it, and where anti-blackness and racism can really thrive. She knew where to say those types of things and make herself the victim in that situation. She knew exactly where to do that. Anyway, Amaya went on that podcast as well, and she on that podcast made a video, one of their like marketing videos to market the fact that they've got this podcast coming out. It was a sound of them saying like, "What are you doing down there?" And then the camera pans up, and they never mention Ace, but it's just alluding to the joke about Ace's height, okay? And to hear that she had her team try to get that video taken down and her talking about something, I didn't know what she was gonna do with that video. Girl, what do you mean you didn't know what she was gonna do with that video? There was nothing done to the video. The video that you recorded is the video that she put out. What are you talking about? You didn't know what she was going to do with that video. Like, I can't with the like the rewriting of things, like revisionist history. It's just like, knock it off. Stand on it if you're gonna do it. Okay, it's back on. Huda. Because it's not real. You're not laughing at anything. Nothing's funny.
We're back with the season 7 reunion. I'm your host, Ariana Maddox. Here with me tonight is Andy Cohen.
Thanks, Ariana. Well, one Islander who definitely shook things up, our very own Hurricane Huda. From the second she stepped into the villa on day 1, this single mom gave us meme-worthy moments all season long.
Oh, gosh. I'm one of the most understanding people you'll probably ever meet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated by you.
Fourth will be Jeremiah. Of course, Amaya picked Jeremiah to be her 4th date. That was the dumbest shit she could have fucking done. I just already don't like her. I think that she has ulterior motives, and I just don't fuck with it.
Does that squeeze past that?
If you don't fucking quit right now, thank you.
America has voted.
And she's just dying laughing, y'all.
I want you to couple up with
If you're not watching, Huda.
Jeremiah.
What? Hello, New York. I don't give a fuck.
She's more exploring, and now if I do give hours time of day, I'm in the wrong because I had a strong connection with her.
By all means, explore. Like, fuck you. You're a bitch. You're a pussy ass bitch. I know. This is how you think it's gonna make me like you. Just by all means.
One thing you like me, Jesus.
So don't fucking talk to me.
Crush.
This is the second one, right?
No, it's actually like the 15th.
Shit.
So fuck all the way out of my fucking vagina. And that's it. If you wanted her to continue to explore this connection and you value this sisterhood, I get that you don't kiss and tell, but do you mind telling the class? I can't kiss a guy that I like. God fucking forbid. Fuck this fucking game. Like if I was ugly, would it make it better?
No. Hurricane Huda. I can't do it anymore, bro.
We have a lot of questions. I was gonna start by asking what it's like watching it back, but I see you found it hysterical.
This is the thing, I've done so much self-reflection and so much work that I can look back on these moments and laugh.
It's been 30
Like,
days.
obviously now I would handle things so differently. And all I can say is I was unapologetically myself in all of those moments. I didn't hide who I was one bit. And
So you did a month of self-reflection and you're a different person now?
obviously there's steps to being a better person. I think that, you know, emotions are really heightened in the villa. And is there like things that I did in the villa that I'm not proud of? Yeah. Like, what do you mean? I said
What aren't you
things
proud of?
Oh my god, the cursing, like calling people names. Like, was that called for? No. It happened though.
We haven't heard you apologize.
Yeah, of course.
In some press interviews, I know that you said that you felt isolated in the villa and bullied.
Mm-hmm.
That as a viewer, I couldn't get it because you seemed like you always had like an ongoing sisterhood going with the women. So what was the bullying that I missed watching the show?
Well, I had seen some clips after I left the villa that made me feel bullied.
What were in the clips?
It was when I think Shelly was there. I think who was there? Sierra. And I thought that you guys were like looking at me. I was just being funny and joking around, and then I had seen the commentary you guys made, and it really did hurt my feelings.
No, it's all clean.
When she charged the Iris yesterday, like, I was actually fucking scared. From the moment Iris got in here, she already tried to set a tone of like who Iris could talk to and who she can't. So if you even feel like you have to stand your ground with every person that comes in here in the name of your person, that should be a red flag.
Yeah.
Why is she looking over here?
Oh, I think she thinks we're staring at her. Who are not.
That was mean. It was hurtful.
Shelly, do you know what
Amaya.
she's talking
Amaya
about?
said that was mean
I
though.
know exactly what clip she was talking about. We were all on the couch just sitting down talking. Might look like it was a mean girl situation or everyone was being mean or anything, but it wasn't even that. Like, I just knowing like how we all showed up for you and was there and kept preaching sisterhood. I don't think personally there was a time that anyone really bullied you or anything.
I'm not saying, Shelly bullied me from start to finish. Nothing like that. I think that there were certain things that were said that did hurt my feelings. Maybe bullying could have been a different word, but truly, I've really just moved on from it. It is what it is. Like, you know,
Let me. I would cut her off immediately. Cause no, hold on. We are allowed to discuss your behavior. That's what we were doing. We weren't bullying you. We were talking through your behavior in that house. Because in that moment, this is the day after one of her lash out moments, and they were discussing that. We're not allowed to talk about that. We can't talk about that. That's when you felt bullied because you misinterpreted what we were doing. We were sitting there having a conversation amongst each other, and you were again thinking that you were the focus of like what we were looking at and started posing and yeah, we're not looking at you. What hurt your feelings? Me saying she thinks we're looking at her, but we're not, and we laugh. That's what hurt your feelings? So then everybody else should be able to stand up and say, you actually are the one who bullied us because it is on camera. You actually name calling everybody in that motherfucker. And when you got out, you've been name calling and allowing, perpetuating the bullying towards other people. They should be calling you a bully because she, quite frankly, is a bully. Like, it's just like, it's mind blowing. And I'm getting so irritated because why is nobody just saying it? Right, Andre. Exactly. Exactly. Like, whew, I'm at 142.21. And the fact that they're getting to this now in the last 20 minutes is really annoying. It's really annoying. 2 hours and y'all are only going to spend 20 minutes on the reason why everybody was watching this show. You feel what I'm saying? Like the reason why we're still talking about it in this moment. I'm at 142.21. I'm pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't have any ill will towards you. Like,
why would you?
Likewise, and if you did feel like you were bullied, then I apologize for that. There is no ill feelings towards anything. For me, I just think the aftermath of everything was just like shocking to me.
I appreciate you apologizing. I really do.
Huda, I want to add that being in the villa, watching the day-to-day, I really thought that I saw Alandria really being there for you as a friend. Why did you feel like you couldn't lean on her in these moments where you said you felt you weren't supported?
So with Alandria, me and Alandria were really good friends in the villa. Like, I love that bitch down. You're not a bitch, but like, you know what I mean. This is how it's talk. But I love Alandria. Like, I love like to death. Okay, and she was there for me a lot. I think it was after that stand on business challenge where it's like, I don't know who to talk to, like after that. And we've spoken about it, we've talked about it, and like we moved on from it.
Are you guys still close?
Okay, so like she said, we're super close in the villa. Upon exiting the villa, once we got our phones back, I saw the amount of hate that I was getting from her stands, and I expressed to her, hey, I really feel like it's important, especially if you consider yourself being very, very close to me, and you was close to Shelly at some point, to speak out to your fans and kind of address, because the racism and all the things. Because out of all of us, she had the biggest following. And I truly feel like a lot of that stuff, like the hate train that me and Shirley came out to, was very important. I feel like for her to address directly to her people. And this is before we got on the plane from Fiji to come back to the States. When we got in Cali, in LA, she mentioned that she would make a post directly to her fans. I was like, you know what? Thank you. That's all I asked. 2 or 3 days went by, and she even decided to address her people. And I'm just like, it pained me because even when she went out there to say she was bullied and she didn't put a name to it, they thought I was one of the bullies, you know what I mean? So I'm glad she kind of put a name to it now and kind of cleared that up. It's like that shit added more hate. I don't think you understand it. That shit was fucking with me mentally. It was so bad. I'm like, dang, like me and her was so close. Like I wasn't even worth the post. Like to address your people when they have the whole narrative wrong, you kind of just got into the real world and kind of fell into that narrative and fed it. I'm like, damn, like did our friendship not mean anything, Which is why I chose to unfollow you. We have not spoken, but that's really the reason why.
When I heard about what was going on,
Yeah.
I remember I told you, I said, Alandria, I do not want you or Shelly getting hate. And I told you that. And I told you that I would address it. In an interview with press, I addressed the bullying and the hate towards you guys. And I said, I don't condone bullying. I don't agree with it. And it got aired the day you unfollowed me.
Can I just say something really quickly? And from what I'm understanding, like, I don't know, you didn't really put a name to who your bullies were. I think now I'm getting clarification that I was one of your bullies.
I never put a name to it. I will say that. I never
That was dangerous.
Hold on.
That was dangerous.
And I literally called you out on the podcast and I said, I love Alandria. So I'm unsure of why you thought it was towards you at all.
Like I got hate from it. That's why I was so confused.
And I didn't even know that. And I wish you would have said something so I could just clarify again that I love you.
I think the clarification.
We don't give a fuck about you loving somebody.
The three of us was in that room when we turned to you and said, Huda, like, you should address these people. It's not okay, et cetera, et cetera. And you said you will. You didn't express to me that you felt like I was a bully to you or this or that. You made it seem like, oh my gosh, I missed you so much, girl. You look beautiful. How are you? Whatever, whatever. So I'm thinking like everything is good. Like to then see you go in your interviews and say, oh, I was bullied, and now I'll say I was the bully because that's what you're insinuating. It doesn't really make sense if you said you're gonna like knock that out, but then you go on and say, oh, that was my bully. And this is in the midst of me getting constant hate based off of what people felt for you, whatever.
I definitely said things on emotion, like, because it was shortly after we left. And obviously, yeah, I thought things were great. And then starting to see the videos, it hurt my feelings. And I should have addressed that to you directly. I should have said something. And I do apologize for not saying things to you directly. That is my fault. And I don't think you should be getting any hatred at all. In like terms of like people defending you or anything like that. Like you are a good person. And I don't want you to be getting any hate.
I mean, I appreciate your apology. I'll just say like, it's just so confusing sometimes because like, in the villa we had so many conversations where you apologize for stuff and then we come out and it's, oh, I'm unapologetically myself. And then on a podcast, it's like ordering down everything we talked about where you acknowledge, I'm sorry I did this. I might have hurt you in this way and stuff. And then on your podcast, it's like, oh, whatever, I just did this. I don't care. And it was such big moments too. So it's like, even now, like I do appreciate your apology, but it's just like, damn, it's like always like an up and down when it comes to it. But
why didn't you do the post that Alandria asked you to?
I was doing so much outside of that. Like, I didn't know what to say in that moment because I was dealing with so much. I wanted to address more than just that.
Truly wish you would have just prioritized that moment to just address the racism and the bullying towards me and Shelly, since that was spewed out the most. That hurt her.
I was getting hated on as well.
I get that, but your face was not plastered on fucking George Floyd's body.
I didn't even
Mine was.
see that.
I told you that.
This was as a result.
It was that bad.
Either. I don't know how to
explain that shit is hurt. That shit hurt.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't make the post.
I'm glad you've grown from it now, but that shit hurt.
I'm really sorry.
It was close.
I'm really, like, truly,
And you
I
need
am.
to speak up for me.
I'm getting heated. I can't lie. I'm getting heated. I'm getting really, really, really annoyed by this. Like, truly. She needs a good cussing out. She needs a good cussing out. I'm talking about from the rooter to the tutor. Okay? Because it's like my body is heating up. Cece. And you could tell this girl's chronically online. So you're not gonna tell me you didn't see something or you don't know it. You didn't know that this was.
You didn't fucking speak up for me or her.
I said bullying, and when I was
It wasn't just bullying, it was racism.
all of it. And I'm really sorry about that. Like, I do not make these posts by people. I have told people I don't want anybody getting hate. I don't want any bullying. I don't want anything. I've said it so many times. I've said it so many times today. Like, I'm sorry that all of that happened.
See, I'm sorry. I'm at 148.33. This is why I have an issue with non-black, specifically women dating black men, because what ends up coming out is that they hate black women. They fetishize black women. They pull from black women culture, but they don't like us. And when they have an opportunity to protect us, they won't. When they have an opportunity to align their morals and values in a way that would protect us, they won't. Because they don't like us. They don't like us. Okay? There's a lot of envy and deeply rooted jealousy. And this doesn't go for everybody, but it goes for most. That's me. 148.33. 148.33 is where I'm at. I'm pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I was getting racism hate too. Like, I don't want you guys getting hate in that way. I think that's wrong. Racism is wrong. I don't agree with it at all.
Is this why you unfollowed her, Alondra?
100%, yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's like I've seen two different people. Because we were in the villa talking about, I can't wait to plan trips together. You were saying things like, oh, I want you to meet my daughter, etc. I was excited for those moments. But then when we get out, it's like a complete switch. Like you seen social media, now you're saying you've seen clips and this and that.
Where do you ladies think that you go from here?
I mean, for me personally, like, you know, you pick and choose who you want to be friends with, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be friends with everybody.
Do you
So it's
want
like,
to be friends with her though?
no, I just wish you well from a distance. Like, I want the best for her, but it's just
Shut the
like,
fuck
me
up.
personally having a friendship, like, that trust is broken. Like, that's not something I could do. I wouldn't feel like I could trust her as my friend. So it's just like, you know.
Same question.
I love her to death, but that really was a turning point for me.
I wish you guys both well. I wish you the best. Like, I don't want either one of y'all receiving hate. And like Shelly said, not everybody's meant to be friends, and that's okay, but it doesn't mean I hate them.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I agree that in any form is unacceptable. And I'm glad that we were able to have this conversation. And thank you guys for being so open about it.
Ariana Maddox, look, we're not gonna get up off you either, ho. Because she also contributed to the racism, because she was on one of the after shows talking about if I was Shelly, I would be mad, I would be hating on her too. She made that comment, she sure did, after the challenge where there was the heated up challenge, where they was doing all the sexual stuff on each other. And she said that. She said that. She sure didn't. Ariana did not mention racism. Meanwhile, y'all seeing all the racism going on now. They mentioned bullying. They mentioned bullying when Huda was getting bullied, when Ace was getting bullied. But they didn't say nothing about racism. Why? Because they don't give a fuck about protecting the black women on this show. They do not care. I don't think they have people working on this show who understand the complexity that goes into having black women, specifically dark-skinned black women, on their show. The inside of my body is hot. The inside of my body is hot. Because it's so frustrating, because it feels like you're screaming into an empty tunnel. Like, it's just echoing out. Like, we shouldn't still be having this conversation, but we're still having this conversation. You feel what I'm saying? So, all right. I'm at 149.57. 149.57, exactly. 1:49:57. I'm pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shelly, I want to talk about the heart rate challenge. What was it that Huda did that crossed the line in your eyes?
I think the whole performance. In the video, I don't know if you guys have the clip or not, but I mean, if it is here, I'd rather it just be seen rather than having to explain it.
Well, Ariana?
Yes, we do have an unseen extended version just for us.
Does anybody need some housekeeping? Dirty
What the?
That's some crazy shit.
So, lots to talk about there. Huda, when you watch that, how do you feel, and do you feel you went too far, or?
I think that I took it a step too far for certain people, and I do apologize if I made anybody feel uncomfortable. Everything was consensual. There was no limitations, and we all made that very clear at the beginning of the challenge.
So, Shelly, watching that back, do you feel like you overreacted, or do you feel like you were justified in your feelings?
No, I definitely feel like I was justified. I want to bring up a point of like, we've always mentioned this whole consensual thing, and everyone's like, yeah, we're all open to everything. So with that being said, it comes to a thing of like this friendship and sisterhood. It was never because we didn't consent to this. And I think when you do certain challenges, it's with intention because you're interested in a person, you like a person.
Exactly.
I mean, to my knowledge, you didn't have any interest for Ace. So to go as far as that, as me being your friend, I think my reasons were very justified.
So for the rest of the group, was it as you remembered it? Was there a smoking gun?
I thought I was taking too far. It was a boundary that was crossed.
I also see like Huda's side where we've been preaching like it's a challenge, but in the same breath it's like it's week 5 and it's Ace and Shelly, so it's like a bit, you know.
Just think that there should have been more talk about boundaries. I think that was just something miscommunication.
Huda, if Shelly had done that routine on Jeremiah when you were together, what would your reaction have been?
When Chris was getting danced up on and all that stuff, I'm over here cheering.
They didn't ask about Chris.
We're both experiencing it. You and Jeremiah. No, everybody. Every single person that watched Chris, like, I was cheering.
We didn't ask about Chris.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between being danced on and licking private parts, if I'm being real.
And that's a boundary you can't really speak on. That's why, like, even Iris saying this whole boundaries thing, I don't feel like I have to sit here and be like, hey, don't lick the person I'm connected with dick. Like, I don't feel like I have to say that. Like it's just an invisible boundary where I just don't have to say that. Just also as my friend, and again, just reciprocating what you want back.
All right, well, I want to bring up a moment that has had so many fans talking. Viewers thought that they could hear Sierra screaming in the background while Alandria was in the confessional, but that wasn't quite it.
I feel like if I find the right woman, I know she's all about me, I'm all about her. I'm gonna give her everything.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I truly, truly, truly love talking to Zach. The things that we both align ourselves with kind of match. He's so cute, right? Am I tripping? He's so cute, right? Am I tripping? No way.
Who said you can't be the man?
He's so cute, right? Am I tripping? He is. He's staring at him right now. He was talented. Like, for real. I mean,
That's a bonding moment. I'm laughing to know that everyone can say they were like, we don't understand how Iris and Hunter are friends. I'm like, we bonded like that. That's so funny.
All right, well, season 7 was a journey, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. As someone who's been on a show a lot like this, the takeaway isn't always finding true love, but finding some great friends. Let's take a look at the connections that made this summer so special.
Feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly sleep.
Bitch, you look good. Thank you. Girl.
that's what I'm trying to. Little kids, bro.
I'll show you this now. You're stare. I like Stooges. You like the Stooges? That's funny.
I love the Ace Taylor and Nick trio, though. I can't lie. I think they're so cute.
At the end of the day, we love each other, we troll each other, but we're boys for life.
But I'm like, I need a hug from everybody because I'm so happy to be here with all of you gorgeous girls. Hold on, let's take a picture. Cute. So good. Y'all ready?
You're like, this doesn't make sense. They have Belle Dasha sitting out there, but not Hannah. Hannah should have been sitting out there for a majority of this conversation. She was there for a long period of time.
Well, whether it's friendship or romance, love is love, and I, for one, will always be celebrating it. Thank you all for an amazing summer. Love you all so much. Still want more Love Island? Well, I have good news. It's only 3 weeks until we're back on Peacock with Love Island Games. All of your favorite Islanders from around the world, including some of these guys, will be back in the villa to fight for a second chance at love. Love Island Games is back Tuesday, September 16th, exclusively on Peacock.
I don't give a daggone.
Are we jumping in the pool now?
If I'm rating that out of 10, that reunion was a 3. And it was a 3 because it was so poorly produced. It was way too long. The seating was horrible. Whoever was in charge of the seating arrangements did a horrible job. And I didn't like how it was set up. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. That was horrible. And low-key, I might take away my viewership as well. I might not watch it either. I am so disappointed in how this played out. I was really hoping that in this reunion, that girl would not get off scotch-free, but that's literally the opposite of what happened. She did get away scotch-free. if Andy wasn't there, the reunion would have been much worse. It's true. It would have been rated a 1 for me. Like, Andy actually asked some questions and had rebuttals that were necessary, but I could tell his production crew wasn't a part of producing this. You know, Andy keeps an earpiece in and it'll have somebody in the back telling him what to ask. They didn't have that going on. But like, Andy's shining moment was one, like, we'll tell Netflix that this was the #1 streaming show of the summer. #1, getting Hooded together, talking about something for legal reasons. I can't. Bitch, you ain't in no damn legal contract with nobody, you lying slut. That's #1. #2, the other thing that he said that I liked is when he was like, it's been 30 days, or like it's been a month since you got out of the villa and you feel like you've learned, you know, ta. Like, cause she trying to make it seem like, you know, I've grown so much since then. Like, there's so much that I wouldn't do. Be quiet. Be quiet. Because that actually has nothing to do with nothing. Okay, so happy for you. Let's talk about what you was doing though last month. Let's talk about what was going on last month. What do you have to say for that? Because if your response is, I've grown since then, girl, please. Girl, please. And now she's trying to go up against Andy, saying he made her uncomfortable. I've seen that. She made an Instagram story basically saying that she likes to keep her relationships private, and she didn't appreciate essentially being asked about her relationship and being questioned about it. You're on a reunion, and when they ask you about your current relationship status, you chose to play coy when there's public photos. Miss, I like to be private. You were on a streaming show where it was being showed publicly that you were in relations with this dude. So please stop with all the I like to be private, because ho, no you don't. You were on a streaming platform, streaming with this new guy that you're dating. Like, get serious. They need to put me on the couch with a microphone, because I would be asking all the right questions and giving all the proper rebuttals. Because let me correct you, mama. That's strange coming from a doll like you. Private, weren't you just on a streaming service with your man cuddled up in somebody's movie room, being stank and having people removed? I could have sworn I saw that. I could have sworn I saw that. She posted screenshots of Andy supporting Israel. Ha, 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 ha. And let me tell you how insidious and dangerous that is, okay? I have not heard free Palestine. I have not heard I'm a proud Palestinian. I have not heard not a damn thing about Palestine coming out of Hood's mouth. So again, here she goes, dog whistling and using her affiliation to Palestine, because again, I don't know where people pulled that she's Palestinian, because she sure enough hasn't admitted to being Palestinian. So her using that as a way to again incite rage and bullying, that girl is dangerous. She is dangerous, and you should stay far, far, far away from her. You should stay very far away from her. And her even bringing Palestine up. And I remember saying this too when people were like, oh, y'all are being so anti-Palestinian because we're calling out what Hood is doing. What the fuck does this have to do with Palestine? What does this have to do? What, are you insane? That's crazy talk. It's so gross. It's so gross and disingenuous, because one has nothing to do with the other. She was not on that show. I never saw a pin. I never saw a color. I never saw nothing that would let me know that she's in support of Palestine herself. Nothing. Not one thing. Did she get on the Call Her Daddy podcast and make it clear that she's very much free of Palestine? Because it's been alluded to, this is alleged, that Alex Cooper is very much pro-Israel. So let's talk about it. I hate that. Knock it off. Knock it off. I think that's so gross. Yeah, her fans are weird. It's all just gross. When Huda said, I experienced racism too, girl, where? Yeah, she never experienced racism. That's some shit. Well, let me not say she never experienced racism. I don't know what people doing on the internet. But you know good and daggone well. You know good and daggone well. What you experience ain't nothing close to what Shelly and Alandria are experiencing. Like, please, I can't stand that. I can't stand that. She wouldn't get nothing from me. If I was on there, I wouldn't look in her direction. She would get nothing from me. She get this. She the bottom of the barrel loser type bitch that I don't even like. You can't even stand next to me. We would never be around each other ever. You're not my type of bitch. You are a loser. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of reminding that she needs. Oh, and let me tell you why she was going hard on Ace on that challenge. Let me tell you something about a bitch like that. A bitch like that who, again, her confidence is rooted in what men give her, the perception that she gets from men. Her confidence is also rooted in feeling like she could take somebody's man, and feeling like the girl who she wants to be cool with, look what I got. I got your boyfriend to like me. Look where I got you. Okay? She's one of those. And I don't trust nobody with that. I don't have female friends or I'm not close to girls. Girl, what? How? I tell you how. You stink. That ain't got nothing to do with what they, Alandria and Shelly, were experiencing. If it was such a big deal, then you should have brought it up first. But to say it as a rebuttal discussing, true. I can't with her. Can we talk about how every time Alandria and Shelly were talking, Huda was body checking herself, very insecure? The thing about Huda is that we know Huda is insecure. Like, this is the stuff that is like makes it so frustrating, because we can call Huda, we can see Huda for exactly who she is. It was all out there. She put it all out there. She showed us all her insecurities. She showed us that she's two-faced. She showed us that she is unstable emotionally. None of these things are us grasping at straws. It's obvious in her behavior, in the way that she presented herself, and the way that she was acting while she was in this villa. So it's like, we don't even have to like look at small little things like that. Girl, we saw it all the entire duration of her time on that show. And she was there from the beginning to the very end. We had weeks of watching her in this way. It was loud and in our face. So there is none of that. Please, the girl, please. And she really could have used some press powder at that reunion. And her laughing at her embarrassing behavior, girl, reflection where she has to laugh. She has to laugh to keep from crying. And she has to make it like it's not a big deal. It's part of the ploy. It's part of the act. Like, oh my God, I said that? She's killing herself on the inside. Trust me. And I have smoke for Maya too. She's so closely aligned with Huda. Why? Like, I think that's so odd. So odd. Huda acts like this because she got her face and body done. Without it, she would never have this confidence. Huda acts like this because that's how Huda acts. Her body being done and her face being done help her to move about the world in the way that she wants to when it comes to getting the attention from men. But this is this girl, whether she looked like this or not. She doesn't act like this because she's confident. She's not a confident person. She's not a confident person. She's an arrogant person, and she's a manipulative person. We can't keep putting confident on her because of what she looks like. Her looks have nothing to do with that. Does not make her confident. She is so obviously not a confident individual. She's not confident. I felt bad for her initially because I saw that insecurity from jump. But when she said, would it be better if I was ugly, my opinion started to change. Yeah, just go. Whew. She's really, really annoying to me. I told y'all, or maybe I didn't tell y'all, maybe I said this on TikTok. Put that girl in a room full of black women. Make her sit in a room full of black women. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. What's up, brother? Yeah, sit down. Like, I'd love to see it. Yes, Miss Girl. Go do that. Go do that. Kennedy, doesn't she remind you of Jax Taylor? I don't know who Jax Taylor is. Jeremiah proved today, along with Charlie, they're the only guys who had their heads screwed on and spoke up. It's true. I'm reading the comments. Hold on, guys. I saw a Palestinian woman say, they are raised to think no other woman would ever be chosen over them. She was jealous of Shelley and enraged she was not desired. Yeah, I think there are a lot of non-Black women who are taught that they are better than Black women, specifically Black women, that they are better than us, okay? And so then when they go dating Black men, they don't even consider us. They're not thinking about us. We are the enemy at that point. They have something to prove, okay? Ken hasn't seen Vanderpump Rules or The Valley. I have not. Yeah. Jeremiah gathered eggs. Yeah. And you know what? Jeremiah had every right because they did put him out. Jeremiah had every right. They put him out and he shouldn't have been put out. That definitely should have been Austin that went home. They definitely played doing that. Jeremiah should have stayed in that house. So, yeah. She was competing with Shelley. She was competing with Shelley so hard. She was competing with her demons as well. Just like Latino women thinking they can be spicy and get away with it, even though we get the angry Black woman title. I don't think they think that they can be spicy and get away with it. I think that they literally just get to exist as themselves, and it's called spicy, as opposed to when we exist as ourselves and it's called angry Black woman. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think that is. Because while people can grow up, non-Black people can grow up and be racist towards Black people, you got Black people who also are very anti-Black and perpetuate anti-Blackness and racism all the time, i.e. these men who only date non-Black women and perpetuate anti-Blackness against Black women by saying things like, that's an angry Black woman. Even though the things that he's calling her an angry Black woman for is the same things he's calling her spicy for. I really do not like how Nick does not speak outwardly in defense of Olandria or Black women while dating a Black woman. No post during the racist post. He's been following Huda, defending her. Nick also hanging out and being besties with Taylor. It could never be my man. Let me tell you something. Apparently, there was a scene that they cut from... There was a scene... See how we can't even be on here without racism existing? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Thank you, Kimmy, for removing that comment. But anyway, apparently there was a scene where he was defending Olandria and they edited it out. But I'm gonna tell you this from the jump. I am not pro... Like, I have thoughts about the Nick and Olandria relationship. And I've said this multiple times on multiple platforms, but I do not give Nick a pat on the back for being with Olandria. You get no points for that. You have nothing to lose with being with Olandria. You have everything to gain. And he's gaining it. You think he would be getting those, the brand deals that he got? The brand deals, that the commercial I saw him in, he was with Olandria. They both are benefiting from being with each other in this moment. Okay? So Olandria is a beautiful girl. I'm not surprised that he's enjoying his time with her. You don't get no points for being with the beautiful girl. Like, I feel like people gave him too much. Like, why is he getting pats on the back? For what? What? He's getting it easy. He's having a blast. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Paris. Exactly. They aren't even together. They said they didn't want to be pressured, so they are currently just playing house. Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, and I'm talking about at the end of the day, they're just not a match. We saw their conversations. You know what I mean? Like, they have cute moments, but, you know, like, it is what it is. Like, I hope Alandria's having a blast. And I love seeing her being kissed on and doubted on, doted on and flirted with. Like, I loved her being able to have that moment, you know, before she left that house. She deserves that. But I'm not giving Nick a pat on the back for being the one to do it. Please. We'll see what happens, but yeah. And even, like, I'm telling y'all, I really don't agree with how they're doing Sierra. I really don't. I do not agree with it. They are dead wrong. They are dead wrong. Nick, Sierra was bouncing that butt on you for weeks, okay? And y'all was this close. Actually, I think they had officially closed their relationship off. So to then, you know what I'm saying, pair up with Alandria, right? Before Sierra got kicked out, they was in that hideaway kissing and he was grabbing butt and biting lip and all that and putting tongue down throat. That's wrong. I'm sorry, but that's wrong. Alandria, you got some explaining to do too, girl. That wasn't right. And I feel like Sierra getting put out of the house and the backlash that Sierra got kind of gave them an out. So they like, now they're like, oh, okay, well, now we ain't got to say nothing because everybody hates her. So we could just kind of like fall into that. Hey. I don't like that he didn't reach out to her. If he was a real motherfucker, he at least provide closure. That's all I'm saying. Like, give the girl a call. Again, she was bouncing that bottle on your stuff. If I was Alandria, I would be okay with Nick talking to Sierra for closure because it's kind of cruel how he's doing her. I'm just saying. And she has to see it all play out from home. Like, ouch. She's already getting hella backlash for that situation. And then on top of that, you don't even call the girl and y'all were doing it. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's kind of, yeah, they were doing it, Rig. Sierra and Nick were fully doing it. Sierra does need to put that phone down, though. Go on a silent retreat in Cambodia or something. Shade. She's getting bullied bad. It's the least you could do. It's true. And I didn't like how people were saying that because she made a thing saying she got the villain edit. And people are like, she didn't get the villain edit. And I'm like, well, yes, she did. She's not literally talking about a villain edit on the show. She's talking about in the way, the sense of the word, the villain edit. Like, her experience coming out of the show, she is quite frankly one of the villains. There are multiple villains. She's one of them. They have not let up on her. If you go to her comments, yuck, it's bad. She's getting it bad. Did you see her meet and greet with two grown men? I didn't. Who are you talking about? Sierra? Nick was never gonna leave with Sierra because he's an opportunist. He was always going for the best opportunity to win the show. Listen, I said Nick is a chameleon. I know people like Nick, specifically non-black people, okay, who are comfortable in black spaces because maybe they grew up around black people. And so they know how to be a chameleon. He is one of them ones. He knows what to do. He knows exactly what to do. Exactly, Tori. Yeah, I don't like that. But Shelly kicked it with Sierra. Shelly went and hung out with Sierra. and somebody else. It was Shelly, Sierra, and somebody else. They all hung out. Maybe Hannah. I mean, Sierra did post that stuff. He said the slur, and she is best friends with racist Brooks Schofield. Got exposed last year for some hateful tweets. My goodness. And they are besties. So, yeah, but we're contradicting things because Huda also, I put a post up on my TikTok of Huda saying the N-word, number one. Nick had posts from COVID where he said Chinese people eat animals. He said something about them eating dogs. Again, adding to anti-Asian rhetoric. Austin has liked MAGA stuff. Elon has liked some pro-Israel stuff. Like there are multiple people that they still associate themselves with who have said things and done things that are yuck. And the thing about Sierra's particular situation is Sierra used that word not to be racist. She used that word ignorantly, and it was distasteful. And I don't like how it's being conflated into she's racist. Let's use our critical thinking skills, okay? She used that word to describe a feature on her face. It was tacky, it was ignorant, it was distasteful. Somebody wrote her and told her, hey, this is a slur. You shouldn't use this word. She responded to that person and said, thank you so much. I won't use it again. My apologies, okay? In so many words. Those weren't her exact words, but she did. Only for a year later, mind you, this is why you got to be careful with people because she put that was on her TikTok stories last year, which means that somebody screenshotted, waited for their opportunity to blast her, and as soon as they got the opportunity, they did. That's scary. People are cruel and insidious. Her apology was sincere, and I think people just don't like her. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. They just don't like her. So yeah, like I don't like all the see, she did this, she did hey with it. I'm not trying to hear all that. It's not about accountability at this point. People just want a reason to be cruel if they're not their faves. It's true. And the thing is that when someone makes a mistake and they sincerely apologize for it, because we didn't get no sincere apology for Huda and all Huda's nonsense on that show. They never addressed, I mean, they showed the clip of Huda poking Chris on the back, kneeing him in the back, and he got a bad back. That man fell on his back, and he's trying to play basketball. Her kneeing him in the back, talking about you have 3 seconds, trying to coerce him into doing stuff for her that night. They never got into the seriousness of that. They just scooted right past that. So you don't get put off the show for being caught on camera, forcing somebody or telling somebody and threatening somebody to do something with you, or else they're going to have to deal with your bad attitude the next day. They don't get put off the show for that. But you can get put off the show for making a distasteful comment that you again apologized for and never used again. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. That's not cool. That's not cool. So yeah, she did get the villain edit. They did not protect Sierra in this situation. They put her out with no explanation. And yeah, it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up. I wish they would have addressed that in all seriousness. It's true. And they never did. They never did. And they won't. Because I think even the producers are scared of the Huda stands. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's walking on eggshells about this bitch. What about Austin and his repost? They didn't kick him off. You feel what I'm saying? And they won't. Yeah, the public don't like her PR trained personality, but they're using her mistake to justify the hate. And does she have a PR personality, or is she just a person who thinks about what she says before she says them? I don't know if she has a PR personality, because if I was a person who had a PR personality, I don't think I'd be jumping on dick every other night. Sierra was fully bouncing butt on Nick night after night. That doesn't give PR. I'm going to tell you that. That doesn't give PR. So, you know, exactly. Yeah, I don't get PR from her. The vast majority of the Asian community did not forgive her, though. I will say that. Yeah, but like, where are you getting that number from? The vast majority of Asians, like, that's, like, we can't just say stuff like that. Because I actually saw Asian creators saying, I think what she said was tacky and distasteful, but I don't think that she's racist against Asians. You know what I mean? I don't think her saying that, I don't think that she is racist towards Asians. So again, it's just like, bruh, we got to use this thing right in between the ears. We got to start using that. If anything, she was mentally in Puerto Rico. LOL. She shared her emotions eloquently. That's about it. That's all I'm saying. Sierra still posts. She's super strong for still putting herself out there despite all the hate. Yeah. I saw the polar opposite. Maybe it's FYP. It's true. I saw them say what Nick said was worse. Exactly. And it was, because he was actually perpetuating anti-Asian rhetoric during COVID at the height of when that was going on. So yes, it was 10 times worse. Please. I'm not. As always, the internet has an issue with appropriately reacting to things based on misogyny, racism, etc. It's true. Heavy on the misogyny part. That's a good point, Elf. Nick had no reason to be upset with Sierra. When I tell you he used this situation as an out, he used this situation as an out. What is he going to say to Sierra? What actually is he going to say to her? What? Hey, that was my stomach. What is he going to say? He has nothing actually that he would be able to say to make how he's moving make sense. You know what I mean? Talking about something, I was going to say something, but then I saw her posting on her TikTok. She's not allowed to post on her TikTok. And what she said on her TikTok, she's in her feelings. She can't be in her feelings? She can't have a kid feeling? Like, come on. These casting and producers of Love Island need to be fired immediately. His explanation why he didn't reach out didn't even make sense. It really didn't. It really didn't, and I'm through with it. What did you think about Taylor apologizing to Alandria? I think I pick Clark. I saw that, Cito. Okay. NECA, using the word dog goodbye. I'm sure he didn't mean it in the literal sense. You never heard somebody say that's my dog? I think he just is a little boy. I think he's just a little boy. And yeah, he's got cameras at him. Everybody's looking at him. It's a heightened moment. You know what I mean? Wait, so y'all support Taylor? This isn't about supporting or not supporting Taylor. It's just like we can't jump at every opportunity to like, okay, we can't jump at everything and make it a thing. I don't think everything is a thing, you know? But do I think his apology was an apology? No. But I have very low expectations for Taylor. Like, we watched him on the show. I don't expect him to be able to verbalize a proper apology. He has a mumble mouth. Like, he's not going to be able to provide us with that. He's nervous, he's young, and he's got a mumble mouth. It's not going to happen. You know? Like, I just find it sad he never thought to apologize to Alandria. He had weeks. Well, we don't know if he never thought to apologize to her, but I do think that, again, like, this is a little boy, you know? Like, I'm not surprised by the apology that he gave, if we're gonna call it that. What do you think of Ace and Shelly Kennedy? I think they are standing strong while they can. That's what I think. I think this experience is probably, you know, keeping them super close, but we'll see what happens once this starts to, you know, become not a thing. And time passes on and we are not talking about them as much. We'll see when life starts to just life again. We'll see. Because again, Ace is 22. Shelly is 27. She's at that age where things start changing, where you start thinking differently, where things start to matter to you, where you start prioritizing things that you didn't prioritize before. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right. He sure did say his first and last girlfriend. Just go ahead, glasses. He is now 23 and she is 27. That age gap, though, is challenging. Yeah. Yeah. And she must have just turned 28 then, because I saw her celebrating a birthday. So the age gap is still the same. 23 and 28. Big difference. Big difference in life. You know what I mean? Andre, it's true. Ace saying he's in love with Strange. He probably is. He probably is. I'm a lover girl. So you know what? I get it. It's like, okay, fine, you're in love. But, you know, slow down, Savannah. Just slow down. So yeah. But I get it. I've been in love before. Actually, it's funny that we talk about love because, well, I'm not in love, but I'm in confusion. And if I'm bored enough, I might make a bad decision. Hello? Actually, I'm talking about this in the vlog. The vlog will be out here on YouTube on Monday. But, hello? Somebody help me. No, I'm not kidding. I need help. Ah, Dave, LOL at comment, folks. Stop it. But yes, there is a vlog coming for the dolls, my YouTube dolls. Yeah, Ruth, I am. I'm not actually in confusion. I'm just like in like a little bit of like love boredom. You know what I mean? Like I haven't like started talking to anyone new. It's true, India. And so like I'm not getting into the details, India. That's just for us. But yeah. I'm just like, what's the big deal? What's the harm? But it's just like I know better. Or do I? Okay, well, I think Ace is more emotionally mature than a lot of men on there. Eleanor. I would love to be in confusion because my love life is non-existent. We'll just go outside, Ruth. You can get confused real quick. I'm telling you something. Seriously. Step outside and make sure your butt is properly cuffed in whatever pants you're wearing. That'd be the issue. Y'all don't have on the right pants. You gotta, if you're gonna put something on, make sure your butt is cuffed. If it's about trying to be seen or see something. You need something that's going to cuff your butt. If it's not cuffed, put on something else. Am I taking who? Anywho, well, that's it, child. That's it. That's all. Vlog will be out Monday here on YouTube. Very excited about that. And we have our book club this Thursday on Patreon. So if you are part of the Patreon Puss community, I will see you then. Thank you, good dog. Drink your water. I need to go and refill my cup. Thank you, dolls, for watching. I'll see y'all very soon. Love you much. Bye.